So we're going to use the Turkish Get Up as a base movement pattern for some of the shoulder stability work we're going to do over the coming training blocks. We just want to make sure that each position that you get into on the way through the Get Up are ideal, that you're using the shoulder to stabilize appropriately, and you get the most out of the movements. So we're going to break it down into 8 different component parts. The first part is starting on your back, is just position 1. Then we're going to do a precursor movement, which is the roll to support. So the roll to support is simply draping that right leg across your body and pressing out to the ceiling. We're trying to dissociate the upper body movement from the lower body movement and control the position. So as you bring your leg back across to the floor, you control that return. Then we're going to go to position 2, which is the elbow support position. In this position, we want your left shoulder here to be pressing down into the floor. So there's a good distance between your shoulder and your ear here. So you're pushing that armpit down towards the floor. So you've got a nice straight line from your elbow that's contacting the floor through to the kettlebell. So this is position 2. Then we go to position 3, which is the seated position. From here, again, we're pressing that support arm down into the floor so that you're keeping some distance between your ear and your shoulder. We're not going to be hanging off. We don't want that left shoulder sagging up towards your ear, so you're just hanging passively off that shoulder. We're going to be pressing into the floor and staying nice and upright here. Your right foot stays in contact with the floor, and that left leg stays nice and extended. So we go position 2 to position 3. Then we go to position 4, which is a bridge position. So from here, you shouldn't have to move your hand from seated to come into position 4, the bridge. Drive your hip up as high as you can, keeping your foot flat on the floor and your left leg or the extended leg out straight. From here again, we've got a straight line from the kettlebell through to the floor. So we go from position 3 up to position 4. Now when we transition here between position 4 and position 5, which is the tripod position, we want to take the leg off the floor, the hip remains high, and the leg sweeps back through without contacting the floor. So I'm not dragging my leg across the floor underneath me here. I'm supported by 2 points of contact, my hand and my bent leg, foot. So it's just like a swing motion. We're coming through with control to this tripod position. So that transition is really important. So you should be working really hard in that transition to control. From there, we transition from the tripod position, which is here, up into the lunge position, which is position 6. Just pivot the leg to lunge and then come into standing, position 7. So we go position 7 is standing, position 6 is the lunge. And when you step back down, we're just reversing all of these positions back to the floor. So step back into the lunge position, position 6. Then pivot the foot, put the hand down in line with the knee. Notice how you can't see my left leg here, my left lower leg. That's because it's at right angles to my right leg. Okay? So we want to be able to put a straight line through from your left foot in this case, through my shin to my left hand. I don't want that that foot back in the lunge position all twisted up. So we want to be in this side-on position here. This is the tripod position, position 5. Then we sweep back through, hip high to position 4, then to the seated, to elbow, to the back. So we've got the roll to support, we've got your back position, position 1. We've got position 2, which is the elbow support. We've got position 3 into seated, 4 into the bridge position, 5 into the tripod, 6 into the lunge, and 7 into standing. So once more, let's roll to support. Into elbow, position 2. position 3, seated. Position 4, bridge. Position 5, tripod. Position 6, lunge. Position 7, into standing. You return through the exact same positions on the way back to position 1.